Hey there everybody. So I thought I'd do a quick video on why I carry the Ruger LCP II as my EDC. This is my gun that I've settled on to carry every day, and I typically don't carry other things unless I'm going to do RSO duty. I do volunteer at a range, and I use a drop leg holster with a larger Glock for those. But to carry a drop leg or OWB is a little inconvenient every day. And this speaks to an issue that many people struggle with, which is pain, hip pain, low back pain, and fibromyalgia, which I do have. I've had some struggles with that for many years. And yes, there's a lot of things that I do to try to improve that, a lot of PT and exercises and supplements and things like that. But at the end of the day, you have to be able to live with your setup. And some people, God bless them, they can just take that Glock 19 and put it in an IWB from day one and have no issues, wear it all day, walk around all day, and that's it. They did it. They got their first gun, and it's some big gun or just a standard size gun, and have no problems. And usually these are individuals with virtually no body fat considerations, things like that. And what's interesting is, all of these gun magazines and stuff, I kind of make fun of them sometimes because the punchline to every article is finding out what works for you. It's like, yeah, you have to find out what works for you. And then you find out something that works for you, like a mouse gun, micro pistol, and people will mock you. The gun know-it-alls, the tactical people, nitpickers, people who are really into making sure that every single doodad and widget is on the EDC in case this happens and in case that happens. So here's the bottom line, right? If you have pain issues, hip pain, back pain, neck pain, issues with unbalanced weight, front to the back or either side, that's a daily reality. Getting in a fight for your life is a very, very unlikely scenario, especially if you practice good situational awareness, don't make a habit out of walking through dark alleys and things like that. I'm not saying it never will happen, and I'm a firm believer in carry rights and in carrying every day. I do. But I'm just saying it's a daily reality you have to live with to prepare for something that's unlikely to happen, and you have to balance that out if pain is a factor. The LCP II is a very lightweight 380, and I'll just go over my setup. I carry it with an extended mag that gives me a full purchase on the gun, 5-finger gun, with 7+1 now, so with it topped off in the chamber, I have 8 rounds. And then in an off-body bag, I can carry it in my pocket as well. I have this little, like a little pocket organizer with 2 additional standard mags. So that's 20 rounds of 380 ammunition, which is pretty good. When it comes to the reliability, I did find that these little 380s do struggle with cycling sometimes. So my favorite modification to do is a slightly reduced recoil spring to give a more positive ejection. This firearm was a little bit fussy at the range, but I purchased from Wolff Spring the reduced recoil spring rate, and I've had 0 issues. I have shot all kinds of ammo, high quality, low quality, many different brands of hollow points as well as FMJ. It is a perfectly reliable gun now, so I feel very comfortable with it. So let's get into the better than nothing use case. Better than nothing is a perfectly legitimate use case. You've got a gun on you. It makes a loud noise. Someone attacks you. They're being shot at. They don't stop to check the caliber. The caliber wars, I think, are a silly argument. Calibers are valid and for different purposes. This is not a long distance gun. This is an in-your-face emergency type situation, 5 maybe to 10 feet, and it can do a lot of damage at that range. Certain friends of mine who've teased me, they've said, oh, that little pea shooter, that's not going to do anything. Then I ask, hypothetically speaking, not as a threat, would you hypothetically volunteer to be shot with this 380? And the answer is always, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. And I always wonder, like, what's the matter? You just said it wasn't going to do anything. You just said it was not going to do anything. So why is your answer, oh, hell no? It's because we instinctively know that getting shot with anything is a really bad thing that can do a lot of damage. This at point blank or near point blank range will blow a hole in your head. It will. So let's take a look at it. You know, there are some downsides to this gun. The sights are not interchangeable. However, there is a company I found that will do it. They'll mill the slide and give you basically a notch in each one, which is pretty cool. Oh, my camera's facing the wrong way. But the great thing about this is it is so light. It weighs less than a pound. Fully loaded up, it weighs about 0.8 pounds. So this is what I can carry. I can put it IWB, not have any issues, not have any problem, not have any pain. You know, so it weighs barely more than a cell phone. And I got it to a place in the, you know, gun magazine world advice about finding what works for you. This works for me. This is a gun that I can carry, and you've got this versus your tactical guys, which is carrying two guns and making sure all your bases are covered and nitpicking the caliber and all that. And this use case is, hey, it's a gun. It's on me all the time. It's not in the drawer, and I can use it. I also have other things. You know, I have the hand-to-hand skills as a knife and other backups. When I walk my dog, I have my pepper spray, and there are other things that, you know, you probably should be able to do to select a proper degree of force. But this, by the way, I've tried all kinds of pocket holsters, and I generally can't stand them. I had an Alien Gear pocket holster that fell apart. I've had leather ones that I don't feel give me good coverage of the trigger, and they tend to not stay upright in the pocket anyway. So I have another one of these Ambiride holsters, and basically what I did is I removed the clip, set the retention to a very low level, and put this in my pocket. And if I want it out, I just push right here, and it just pops out. And I have a lot of confidence carrying Kydex, knowing it's actually clicked into place. It's not going to wobble out of something, leather or a cloth holster that's loose or whatever. So this there's a pragmatic consideration to carrying as well, which I know a lot of people, they have their big duty rigs and things and their Enigma setups and things, and they neglect to put it on because it's inconvenient. They're like, well, I'm just gonna run to the store for 5 minutes. I'm gonna run to the mailbox. I'm gonna go take the dog for a walk around the block, and that's all time you're spending not carrying. Something could happen to you, and it's not gonna be when you plan on it, when it's convenient for you to have that firearm. So again, 380s. I've had a few of them. They do benefit from, I know it's lost power going forward in the gun, but if you can get a couple pounds down from the recoil spring to get a more reliable ejection where it's more forgiving of maybe occasional sloppy technique, which can happen in self-defense scenarios, or ammunition that isn't perfect or whatever, you need a reliable firearm, and I feel very confident with this. It is accurate. Within close range, it shoots very well. I'm going to look into, I'll post in the description that company. I think they might be backed up or sold out from the service, but having the sights done so you can actually get a night sight on the front, that would be nice. But the LCP Max is an interesting option, but I have not seen a reduced spring weight for that gun. I've only seen increased recoil spring rates, which is not a direction I would go in for these 380s. I did have a Glock 42, had a similar issue, right? It was a little fussy, and the Glock store sold a, it was a tungsten guide rod with a captured reduced spring weight that took care of all the reliability issues with that Glock 42. And another thing about that firearm is it can handle plus P ammunition. So you could put like some Underwood Extreme Penetrator plus P in that Glock and other firearms. The Ruger LCP II is not rated for plus P. I would not get the LCP I, which I think is just the Ruger LCP. That is a wretched gun. It is just horrible. There's a reason why when you see the LCP II, there's that rubber band around it behind the sales counter. It says new and improved or something like that, because it was the grip on that LCP I. The gun would literally just slip out of your hands. All kinds of cycling problems. I had an LCP I, was the first gun I ever bought. I put a Hogue grip on there thinking it would help the grip. The Hogue grip soaked up too much recoil and made the gun jam. Gave the gun stovepiping, failure to feed. The LCP II is only a little bit more money. It is a much, much better gun. Go to Wolff Springs, get the reduced weight from stock spring, which is a $9 part. You throw it in yourself and you'll have a flawlessly reliable gun. And, you know, what can I say? Like, I would love to carry all kinds of things, but, you know, chastising yourself, it's just not helpful. If you have a health issue or a health problem or something that's giving you pain, and for me, it's like hips out of balance, it goes all the way up to my neck, and it just exacerbates some problems that I have. And this is what I can carry. So you do what you can do. But it's a great little gun. I highly recommend it. And if you can get yourself the extended mag, you've got 8 rounds right here, and carrying a little. There are these little like pocket organizers that are cloth or corduroy. And the nice thing is the magazines on these are so small. You can carry 2 more of those. So I walk around with 20 rounds of 380 in a really, really reliable pocket pistol. And I don't listen to what other people say. I'm really sick of it. Like the caliber wars and all of this crap. Like, I feel like the gun community goes from being helpful into being know-it-alls and having these nerd fights about things without looking at the pragmatic aspects of life and of carrying, and the fact that IWB carrying is just horribly uncomfortable or downright painful for many, many people. If it's not for you, God bless you. Like, take that SIG P320 Legion or that Glock 17, and you got that down your pants and you're skinny as a rail and you have absolutely no issues. Man, I'm envious of you. Wish I could do that. Maybe I'll get my health into a place where I can. I would like to, but for now, this is my daily driver. It is straight up awesome. I love it. Highly recommend it. It's a really, really good gun. And I hope you found this helpful. Have a great day.